Howdy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing absolutely beautiful today. Today, we're going to be checking out 13 American accents ranked easiest to hardest. Now, I'm straight at the box. I didn't realize there was that many accents in America. That's already mental, and there's probably more than that. But either way, I'm glad you're here. If you aren't yet, you make sure you subscribe to this channel, or I'm going to shave all your hair off and sell it. And you don't want that happening. Don't know where I'm going with this. Either way, let's do this.
Just the easiest American accent to understand, and which is the hardest.
Well, how y'all doing? I'm about to learn you something real quick.
Well, I chose 13 accents from all across the US, and I ranked.
Was that his real voice? How y'all doing? Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it's gonna be a southern accent that's the hardest, isn't it? I'm gonna guess.
I speak 8 languages, I've written dozens of language learning books, but I'm fascinated by accents, especially English accents from across the pond. So let's see how many of these you can recognize.
Good evening, your time now, 3:42. This just in. Me. I send things over to my colleague here, Robert Burton. You know, Robert, it was such a wild day at work. How did things go over on your...
Yo, I'm assuming this is this guy's wife and she's like a news reporter or something. Yo, I understand that perfectly. That's perfect. Perfect accent.
friend?
Oh, he's so
No,
done,
this is
man.
not a trick, but don't try this at
He's
home.
so done.
Listen, you might think you've got a handle on the American way of talking, but trust me, it's a far more complex beast than you might imagine. Now, the easiest accent is so common, it's practically invisible.
This is what people think of most when they think of the American accent. This is when you're going and you're watching movies and you're hearing an American, this is what you're usually hearing.
Easy to follow,
True.
easy to imitate, and as American as apple pie. Think Jennifer Aniston.
I will see if the thing that I think that I know is actually the thing that I think that I know.
The voice of any news anchor or your average Joe.
Now, not only if we all began to wear suspenders would we increase the net masculinity of the American public, and you're just sick and tired of always looking like a plumber when you bend over to get your work done.
Of course, it's no accident they are speaking like that on purpose so that you will all understand them. It's what's called the general American accent, the gold standard for clarity. If you come from places like the Midwest or Northern California,
I didn't know that.
Congratulations, you're probably rocking this accent without even trying. Now, things can only heat up from here, so as we go along, I want you to keep your eyes and ears open. There is one accent on this list that non-Americans voted as the hardest one of all to understand. Which one do you think it is? See if you can...
Americans find it hard to understand as well. Okay, I didn't realize that, man. You know what else I didn't realize? I didn't realize that you aren't following on Twitch yet. Oh dear God, these transitions are getting worse, man. But either way, so many of you guys are coming over to Twitch recently, and it's blowing my mind a little bit. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. And if you want to become part of the Twitch family that we're growing from people here on YouTube, we're growing a great little community over there with a bunch of like-minded people. It's a bunch of fun. And we're also playing Red Dead Redemption at the minute. It kind of fits this video because their accents are hard to understand. Anyway, there's a link down below. I'd appreciate it a lot. Okay.
You can guess before we get to it, and no cheating.
So we're gonna go back to the house and maybe chill for a minute or two.
Yeah,
we're gonna
dude.
meet up with our pals, eat some supper.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a plan.
Get some
dude.
If you hear
Gatorade.
this accent right off the bat, then you've probably never watched
Is he actually speaking like that? There's no way that's his real accent.
American TV. It is the accent of sun-kissed beaches, tech giants, and avocado toast. And Hollywood loves it. There's no shortage of characters mimicking this accent. Hard to understand? I wouldn't say so, but a lot of other foreigners get confused.
Just say what you normally say, but just do it like in a slower,
Yeah, man.
chiller way. You know what?
Totally like to go to the beach and get my surf on.
I mean?
Right, okay, I see it now. Nothing like a little bit of vocal fry to warm you up. Heavy on the vowels, got a bit of a drawl, and everything's a question. You know where we are.
Yeah,
Words
that's
are
right.
stuck in the back of my throat. I have like a vocal fry, but I don't know. Like it went away. People were like, you know, it's not that big of a deal.
You said Southern California.
I'm just hearing Kim Kardashian in there. That's all I'm hearing. I just want to go for a walk. I'm totally sick. Kim Kardashian speaks like she needs to clear her throat, man.
You are right on the money. But by the way, as you can tell, I don't have a particularly American accent. Not at all, actually. So if I say something
No,
here
it's
that you
'cause you're
disagree with,
not
don't
from
hold back.
America,
Let me
man.
have it in the comments. All feedback is welcome. Now, some American accents are straight fire, while others not so much. We've covered
Oh
the
dear, this
smooth
guy's
talkers,
about
but
to.
now we're heading into
This guy's about
trickier
to
territory.
go at
Ears
some
at the
people here,
ring.
I
man.
growed up talking like this. I just kind of had to learn how to church it up a little bit.
Oh, I like that one, man.
Job. But it's always been here. Frankly, I'm a little bit more comfortable talking like this. So
I ain't gonna lie, that accent is one of my favorites, bro. I love it. It reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Love it. That Texan accent.
Well, I typically default back.
It is friendly, it is popular, everyone in the whole world knows it, and despite the drawl, it's surprisingly easy to understand because, as you can hear, nobody is in a huge hurry.
And our accent is known for really drawing out its words. Someone like Matthew McConaughey is a perfect example of this.
You heard the lady, but I've got to warn you, this accent's got more accents than a rattlesnake's got rattles. So even if you can guess which state it's from, you'll have a hard time nailing down the exact region. For one thing, there's all the Spanish loanwords.
I don't give up easy. You know, in Spanish they call it terco.
Oh wait, so there's more than one accent in Texas? What?
Which means hard-headed. It might take me a while to accomplish what I want to accomplish, but I set a goal and I'm going to try to achieve it.
With all that history and all those horses, what are you going to get? Well, a bunch of westerns, for one.
I say, let's us put our bread in some of that gravy while it is still hot.
See if you can tell me where this guy is from. It's one of the oldest and most distinct accents of the whole state.
Well, didn't find nothing first 30 minutes. That's a telltale sign I don't need to be out here.
It is the sound of
That's like Louisiana.
Piney woods, and we are obviously talking about the Texan accent. And in case you're wondering why I've got Texas in the easy bucket, well, it's only because we're so familiar with the accent from movies.
I love that accent so much, man.
It's somewhat easier to understand. Any Texans out there? Listen up. How good are you at knowing who's who in your state? The University of Texas did a study on this, and more than 70% of Texans claim that they can identify someone's exact area based on their accent.
Can you do that?
It's a huge state, though, so that's pretty good. How about you? And if you think we're off to a good
start...
start...
I actually don't even know why I'm shocked to know there's a lot of accents in Texas, guys. You see where I live? We're obviously a little piece of shit, tiny, minuscule compared to the state of Texas. In my area alone, within like a 19-mile radius down the coast where I live, there's probably about 6 or 7 different accents. There's a Porter Vogie accent. This place called Porter Vogie. It's like a harbored little town, very fishing orientated. Bro, you should hear their accent, man. I sometimes don't even understand what they're saying, and I swear to God, 65% of the time, it's not even English. They're speaking in crab.
Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more awesome
on this channel too
from around the world.
Coffee! I got coffee here!
New York!
Coffee.
Boston!
Does anybody want coffee?
Coffee!
I'll take a cup! What are you trying to be funny, Karen? You're not funny. You're really living up to your name.
Welcome to an iconic...
Yo, that accent, they always sound like they're angry at something, bro.
Accent. It's fast, it's loud, it's often very nasally, and it can often sound urgent
coffee.
Or assertive. In other words, the accent
you
is
want some coffee?
Laid back.
Have a nice sandwich with me, okay? We'll make a nice sandwich, veal sandwich.
Well, that's just a dead giveaway. It was influenced by Italians, and a bit of news here. My list is my list, and I'm including American opinions, but this accent came up in that survey I mentioned earlier, remember? Which accent do non-Americans think is hardest? This wasn't the winner, but it's in the top 5. The thing is, even Americans traveling abroad with this accent often say that nobody understands them. So it's not as easy for us foreigners as you
New
might
York
think.
or Boston,
in some
isn't
neighborhoods, you might even wonder if you accidentally switched into a different language.
I remember I lived on East 81st Street, across the street from my grandparents, which was really nice as a kid growing up.
What a great accent. Where's she
See,
from?
I can
Which
still
part?
understand that. I think
these
it's awesome.
City folks always use a heck of a lot of idiomatic expressions, all their own, and the regional identity is very, very strong. Last clue.
Quick question. Is there a supermarket or deli where I can get cold cuts around here?
We're all hungry, hon. Let's settle in and we'll figure it out. I have no mascara on.
Valentina, don't worry about the remote right now. We didn't travel 800 miles to watch Cake Boss.
Go on, pause the video and put your best guess in the comments.
New York
Here it comes.
or
Bonus
Boston?
points if you got Brooklyn and Staten Island. It's the
It's the
iconic
same
sound
place.
of New York City.
Yes.
I missed this one. Confession time.
7:45, he wakes up, he goes down to church, St. John Chrysostom. Then he comes home, he puts on his black and gold, heads on down to Heinz Field, meets up with my cousin Natalie Carapinas. They hang out there, have a couple kielbasa's, have a couple irons.
Wow.
Right? That was English.
These guys might as well have their own dictionary. I'm not joking, I threw this one in because when you mix all the local words in with the accent, it gets a little bit confusing, at least I think so. And they really seem to have fun with it. Examples? Well, first of all, forget you all or you guys. Here, it's all about yins. It's a staple of the local lingo.
Yeah, I'm going downtown here. I got my IROC off of blocks, you know. I live up in Washington County. You're going to get down and check out the game. It's Sunday. They're real good this year.
They talk fast and there's a lot of squishing words together.
You ain't gonna lie, I cannot remember anything he just said, man. I need to listen to that again, bro.
Off of blocks, you know. I live up in Washington County. You're going to get down and check out the game. It's Sunday. They're real good this year.
They talk fast.
Check out the game Sunday year. I heard that. That's all in my ears, man.
And there's a lot of squishing words together. You're not used to the.
I'm walk over to the guy here this year.
Probably be asking them to slow down a little bit. One more clue.
Hey, you best watch that bush. It's full of jaggers. Hey, it's been raining all night. Be careful on them steps. They're slippy out there. Yeah, I'm just letting that work right now. Meet me downtown. We'll talk about it.
Right, place
perfect
your bets
accent.
Now. We are talking about the funny, quirky accent of, here it comes, Pittsburgh. Did you get it? I knew it. You guys are good.
Yeah, I got that.
I got a pig at home and a pen, corn to feed him on. All I need is a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone.
Love it or hate it, this accent is very
Nah. That was not English, man. I know.
I knew it. You guys are good.
I got a pig at home and a pen, corn to feed him on. All I need is a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone.
Love it or hate it, this accent is very, very popular. It's as charming as it gets. Nobody's going to argue with that.
3 kids later, I'm over here doing daddy stuff. Like my buddy called me the other day and said, hey man, bike night's coming up. You gonna be there? I said, oh, when?
Bro, how deep?
Friday night, 6 p.m. I was like, oh.
How deep do you need your voice to be?
She got a bounce house party. I got to go to that one.
What on earth is it number 5, though? Well, that draw might be so
awesome
smooth, so cool to our ears, but easy to understand.
Georgia.
I don't know about that. It starts off all... And then things get gradually trickier the further south you travel.
By God, living, breathing Yelp review coming in here pitching a fit before he's even had a bite to eat yet. I swear to Conway Twitty, you make me want... When you're hotter than grease, say yes to peace. When you're hotter
Buddy,
than
where
grease,
are you from?
North Kakalaki.
North what? Listen, you guys occupy a
North
huge area
Carolina.
of the US, and you have so many accents that some are borderline dialects. So easy or hard definitely depends on which neck of the woods you are in.
It's currently 78 degrees. I'm bound to contract malaria, get snake bit, and my feeder might even start making popcorn.
She didn't say nothing. She tell me a whole thing. I don't eat much that stuff. I eat a little bit of supper. Right that.
This reminds me of that guy from King of the Hill. You know, the guy that speaks really, really fast. You literally can't... I don't even think he can understand himself.
Then I go bad because I don't eat.
With all the sub-dialects...
What?
She didn't say nothing. She tell me a whole thing. I don't eat much that stuff. I eat a little bit of supper. Right that, then I go bad because I don't eat.
With all the sub-dialects...
No, that wasn't English, man. I understand he's an older fella and probably can't pronounce words as well as he maybe used to. Are you telling me right now there's people who's watching this video right now understood what he said?
Dialects hiding in the valley.
No.
Things can get pretty crazy.
My best friend got this man, and for the life of me,
the what?
I cannot find any like in my heart for this man. I ain't got no like in my soul for this man, but the hatred I got for this man, y'all, is strong.
Try losing your friend in the woods, and you'll know all about it.
I knew I shouldn't have took my monkey tail out here with you doggone white folk. Done left me in the damn woods. Hurry up, come get me.
Pure rage. It is, of course, a southern accent. What's next?
Dad's trailer, thought I'd see my friend Wyatt. I was walking up the road, John Deere DT 170 was out in the front yard. His one son saw his dad's welder mask, he had it on. I went over to him, he's like, you want to see something? I was like, of course.
Bro, let's give me anxiety.
Anyone not know where this is? Well,
that
people
sounds
like me
kinda
have been
Canadian.
scrolling through Netflix to get a clue. Now, some people say this accent is much more rugged than others from the region. I read this on good old Quora, but I couldn't tell the difference between that accent and the next one if my life depended on it.
Got 3 lawnmowers, 4 4-wheelers.
Whoa, buddy, way to cut us off.
Massachusetts. 6 dirt bikes, couple boats,
Now, let's say, for instance, you're hanging a picture on the wall.
Picture?
And it just needs to move just a bit. You would say it needs to move just a dite. Just over, just a dite. Not that much. Just a
dite.
Move it over.
Fuck's sake, move it over a bit.
Just a dite.
And then there's this other place that does strange things like adding R's in weird places. We're
Banana?
headed to the beach for some coffee, milk, and grinders.
Well, the Providence Place Mall is the largest cooperative mall in New England.
Huh?
What do you think? If we go to Providence, go downtown, it's only like 20 minutes away.
What do you say?
What the fuck are these people saying?
2 for the price of 1 here. It is country versus big city. If you guessed Vermont, Maine, and Rhode Island, you got them. But did you get the order right? There was a survey about this. Yep, here comes the survey. And as it turns out, when Americans are traveling overseas, us foreigners understand you least if you're from Rhode Island, followed by Maine. Stephen King will be proud. Okay, you can stop holding your breath for the big city accent. Here it comes.
On your right now is going to be another Dunkin' Donuts, okay? You know, straight up like over the hill. Across the street used to be another Dunkin' Donuts / like Baskin Robbins combo. You know,
Bro, why's my guy? My guy
Anyways.
is speaking in speedrun. Why is he speaking so fast, man? Slow your ass down.
On your left is a Stop and Shop. That's where my dad likes to go. My mom likes Roche Brothers, but she says
Boston.
it's too expensive. Anyways, that's where my dad goes. Stop and Shop. There's a Dunkin' Donuts in that Stop and Shop. You're gonna go straight through to the Rotary.
Tell me about your accent.
I've been parking cars.
Okay.
You know, a lot of walking around. My dogs are barking. Dogs are barking. You know?
Have you been to the
Barker?
Charles River?
I've been to the Charles
The dogs are
River.
barking?
I saw Marky Mark there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Boston, baby.
And
Wicked cool
then-
town, I hear. In fact, Dave,
'Cause
on
the guys
story
had to
later
be
team,
on-
run the Boston Marathon. Very proud of him. That's right. And if you know your geography, we are in New England. It sounds like they're rebelling against the rules of American.
Oh.
By the way, did you know that American accents are actually getting further away from each other, not closer? Experts say so. If you want a pop culture phenomenon, here we go. Prepare to laugh. While you're at it, see if you can pick up some fun regional differences. So these guys are known for their good manners, strong family ties, Scandinavian blood, and a sing-song sound, as any soccer mom will tell you.
I was driving down the road the other day and I was in my van and this dang deer just jumped out in front of my van and I didn't even know what was going on.
I never thought I'd
Isn't
put
that
Taylor
Canada?
Swift in my videos, but she deserves this one. How about that accent, though? Not so hard to copy.
Hey?
Right? Don't be fooled. Try this on for size.
So where are you going to Christmas? Well, first we're going to get the family together. We're going to go to Famous Dave's Barbecue, you know, around Calhoun Square.
Oh, haven't you been to Hibbon? Because Hibbon's so nice, especially around this time
What
of year.
am I
You go to
hearing,
Finley,
man?
or maybe you go to Grand Marais.
You know,
What is
yeah, but
this?
actually, we're going to go to Hinckley. Have you ever seen the museum there? Apparently, the whole city caught fire when you take the 494 to Mall America.
What is
Tell me
she
what she said.
saying?
Verbatim, I dare you. And the accent is from, well, it's from Minnesota, also known as the North Star State. Nice one.
I knew it
Did
was
you know
starting to
they
get
have
a
the
little bit
oldest
crazy,
rocks
bro.
on Earth here? True story. I'm going to sneak in another one here, and I'm going to...
Site of some of the oldest exposed rock in the world. Geologists estimate the Galactic Guinness was formed 3,800,000,000 years ago. 3.8 million. 3,800,000,000. Fuck me.
I'm
A
kind
long
of cheating
time.
putting it in with the number 8s because things look very different when we touch down in the city where they don't have Scandinavian blood, and they're famous for the very particular ways they say their A's.
Travel around the country, which I did mostly by illegally riding freight trains, which some people might have a problem with, but whatever. It worked great for me. I mean, it's habitat for wildlife, if anything. For me, it just makes me feel nice when I've been outside dealing with most of the human infrastructure that I normally find so revolting. This just calms me down a little bit.
No doubt about it, he's from Chicago. One more wonderful accent in the great
Bro, I didn't know Chicago was in there. Is Chicago a state or a city? Chicago's over here, bro.
Lakes region. We're past halfway, and I had a hard time choosing which accents to include because there are a few really divergent ones out there. If you know any of these immediately, you better write it down quickly in the comments.
As I'm stringing up my fourth bass, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's your father's business. I tell her no.
Father?
She starts casting with me. We spend a whole night packing pasties on the fishing reel counter.
Well, this sounds a little bit out of the ordinary, doesn't it? Or does it? Well, I'm not tricking you. The people who speak like this actually have very different historical backgrounds to other Americans.
The hard part is shoveling the roof off all the time, you know. Last year I fell off of it, and, you know, with the snow there, it's a cushion, you know, and you fall in it and it buries you, and you just lay there and laugh, you know.
I just wanted to come on here and check on my friends down in Texas. Are you guys okay? Got some snow down there. I need some help. Need advice? Tips?
Okay, I know what you're thinking. I already showed
I
you the
love
snow
that
and
accent,
the snowy
man.
accents.
That's a sick one.
This
I
one's
like
not
it.
even in the same state, guys.
Last year we still had 45 inches in the month of April. And so it's the
A lot
late
of inches,
spring and
bro.
the length of the season that wears on you, not the amount of snow.
Okay, what you're hearing is a whole lot of
This has got to be like another northern one, right?
including a heavy dose of Finnish, French Canadian, Scandinavian, Cornish, yeah, German, and Native American. Throw them all in a pot of snow, and what do you get? A lot of fun sounds that you only
Hey,
hear in
you
this
betcha.
region. It is
Oh, yeah.
the Yooper accent, courtesy of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm going to give you a hint about the hardest American accent of all, so you can start warming up for the big boys. Ready? It's sitting free and happy in the sun in the most linguistically diverse state in all of the US. But will you get it? I don't think so.
You gotta watch with the mindset and the girl, you wanna learn this accent. You gotta be real intentional. That means that when you watch a video, you gotta try to pause that video. For example, I watch
watch a lot of Taraji P. Henson movie, Acrimony, when she was like, oh, Robert, if you will cut out that door, there is no coming back. Bro, you gotta pass that scene and try.
This is one with deep cultural roots, and not actually a regional accent, but a cultural one. Very significant influence on American pop culture, too. Now, there are so many different versions, I couldn't count them. Some easier to follow, but others sound
She sounded angry, chat.
Yes, right there, right here, everywhere.
Right there?
Downstairs, upstairs, come do my hair. Yes, we talk like that.
Where's her accent from? Get the name of the city, just try.
That's cool, nigga. I gotta earn at the crib. You can earn your
What?
What? No, I'm saying you can earn your clothes. I gotta earn the crib. You can earn your clothes. They my clothes already. What I gotta earn them for? No, you could. I'm not finna work hard for no clothes that's mine already. Is all I'm saying. What are you saying?
What's fascinating about this accent is it's actually a legitimate dialect with its own grammar rules and so on. Remember, we're talking about a cultural accent, so this is all over the States. It's called African American Vernacular English. One interesting thing about the pronunciation is, back in history, most immigrants from Africa didn't have the sound in their native languages. So when they were learning English, words like that became that. Interesting, right? Ready to level up to baffling?
I'm talking about, I hit the corner store the other day, you understand me? I had to get some blunts, you feel me? I'm finna get high. I slide back to the crib, then a little hoe called me. She talking about, I'm trying to slide through. I said, if you trying to give me that air, man, you feel me?
Right, I'm out. I did not catch a word of that. Now, where are we exactly? Well, the city names are coming up in 3, 2, 1. These two are from St. Louis, Missouri, and the last guy is from Florida. How many did you get right?
None.
Florida, you win this round, hands down. But
absolutely none.
One day you get lost and go wandering into the foothills.
We got water in the man trip we was riding. We was in the back of it, and that water was 12 breaks of water backed up, and it just blowed that coal out just like a explosion, you know.
Yeah, I used to go to Indiana. First, I went up there with one of my exes. We were up there and stayed with his grandma. A bunch of her friends come over. I was sitting there saying something to him. Well, they started laughing, and then they come over and started telling me, oh, say this, and every time I'd say it, they start laughing.
Don't you just love the rhythm flowing from their mouths? I've got to say, I find this accent absolutely fascinating. I could listen to it all day long.
I've caught him out of many a time. It'd take us a long time to get into town in that old buggy. He'd tell me to work the brake. We'd start to go up a hill. I'd kind of push the brake on. He'd tell that old mule, get up there, get. Me scooting the wheel, but he'd look back. You know, Tom, he said, turn the brake.
What is?
He'd take 3 years of corn to feed it at lunch. He'd start back home about 4 o'clock.
There's a lot to unpack in these accents, so I will keep it short. Ever heard that this brand of English has a really old Elizabethan sound left over from centuries ago? It does, but it has a much stronger Scotch-Irish heritage. Both of these things gave this English accent that amazing twisted Shakespeare sound that we love. There's a lot of eccentric words and pronunciation going on, but when some people hit that Smoky Mountain twang, you're going to need subtitles.
You know, we didn't have no electricity, didn't have no running water either. We run it out of got it out of the spring. But they eventually got electricity up through there.
It is, of course,
God's earth is he saying?
Appalachia, I get pulled up on my pronunciation of this.
Where the hell is Appalachia?
It's always had limited access because of the mountains and valleys. So I guess if you live here,
just
you're
heard?
going to be well versed in mountain talk.
What's going on, son? What's happening? What's happening? Dynamite here, baby. Where's my crazy bird? Where's my crazy bird? Hey, baby. Let's go, baby.
And just to be clear, this is not about stereotypes. Millions of voices out here.
Home to me is just basically wherever family's at, no matter like if you've grown up with them for a long time or just gotten to know them, family's family.
I'm starting to think this court ain't too supreme at all. Y'all, I don't see any sour cream, any tomatoes on this court. This ain't even a regular court. I would call it a value menu court, but value menus actually help people who struggle, so I don't know.
If you've never thought about where your own speech habits come from, you should find out. It's really interesting. Come back later and tell us what you learned. Well, that is as deep as the Deep South gets. Surely there's no trickier accents still left out there, are there? Well, there must, because I'm not finished yet. And when
different language,
let good times roll, better head on down to the land of the next accent.
At what point do you just not call it English anymore? Because it's just going, it's just not, it doesn't sound like English, bro. I can't understand it, so it couldn't be English.
We say shy, and that's a term of endearment. And you say that when you, or say you look at a baby, or a little puppy, something small and cute. You say, oh, shy baby. Shy baby. A marigouin. We have a lot of marigouins here. Marigouin is a mosquito. I can go outside right now and get tore up by the marihuana.
Beautiful. This one is super hard to understand because it has so many curious little bits that are completely different from what you hear in the rest of the US, but very, very cool. The rhythm, the expressions. But wait. What is going on? Well, the most characteristic feature of the accent is that there is no the sound. And they say things like, laissez les bons tons rouler.
Français.
Because what?
Quand j'étais petit, j'ai fait mon idée. Un jour, quand je suis grand, j'aurai un farm. J'aurai des vaches et des moutons et tout ça.
Yeah, it's a kind of English that's full of French, but not only French, also Spanish, British English, and there's even a layer from various African languages. That's not how you say it in the regular French, by the way. And who speaks like this? Well, it's the Cajuns, of course. The Cajun people have French-Canadian descent, and they speak their own French Creole language, or Cajun French.
Ton beau m'a dit que t'avais la tête dure. Your boyfriend told me you had a hard head.
Put them together, and what do you get? Well, you get a Cajun English accent. You'll mostly hear this cool accent down in rural southern Louisiana.
Wildlife and fishery agents, Fontenot Thibodeau showed up at Miss Boudreaux's house. Miss Boudreaux was so upset and crying. Mr. Boudreaux ain't come back from fishing. So Fontenot Thibodeau, the wildlife fishery agent, said, we're going to find her, Miss Boudreaux. Don't worry.
What is he saying?
Unless you're one of them, good luck understanding anything. Think they deserve to win this battle of the accents? Well, almost, but not quite. The winner of most difficult American accent of all is, drumroll please.
If I go to Beaufort and I talk to somebody and order something in the thing, they ask me two or three times, what is it? What do you want? I want.
We had a tea to go to for the president. I wanted to iron the dress to get the crease out of it where it had been taped up. And I went to every suite in that norm.
If you are a dingbatter, we'll forgive you for thinking a piece of Ollie's backyard drifted out to sea and ended up here. It's got some real Britishy vowel sounds. Listen.
Wind blowing really hard. You said it's blowing harder than a pop card out there, you know. So you take it a ride around the island. You just take a little scud.
Isn't this amazing? It's an accent that came from pirates, sailors, Africans, and Native Americans who were isolated here a very, very long time ago. And they're still isolated. No wonder the local English is so unusual. The biggest thing that stands out is totally one-of-a-kind vowel pronunciation and archaic words preserved from Old English just to mess with our modern ears. Where are we? Well, not too many options here. It can only be the Outer Banks Islands.
North Carolina. But how many different accents do you think there are in America? Gotta be thousands upon thousands upon thousands. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video here today. I genuinely don't really know what the hell any of them people said. If you understood them, guys, let me know down below. Also, let me know where you guys are from. I would love to know. Maybe I can like put your location to an accent that I've just heard. Either way, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I would appreciate it a lot. You have yourself a good day. Peace.